Welcome to Meet Patel Audiobooks. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing. Let's begin.
Chapter 31. The Complication No One Expected. Orion General Hospital. Post-op review room, late morning. The surgery from earlier had gone well. On paper. But Amelia wasn't done. Before you relax, she said, placing the tablet on the table, we review. Ethan stood beside her, while Ryan leaned against the counter. Patient, Eleanor Voss. Age, 63. Status, stable, post-tumor removal. Amelia zoomed into the scan. Look here. Ethan leaned closer. Something small. Almost invisible. Ryan frowned. Residual pressure? Ethan narrowed his eyes. Possible minor vessel strain. Amelia nodded. Exactly. Lucas, standing behind them, said, but the patient is stable. Amelia didn't look away from the screen. For now. 2 hours later. Emergency alert. Post-op complication. Nurse Kira rushed in. Eleanor Voss, blood pressure dropping. Ethan didn't think. He moved. Ryan followed. ICU, critical response. Dr. Helena Cross was already there. Internal bleeding suspected, she said. Ethan checked the monitor. It's that vessel. Ryan looked at him. You're sure? Ethan nodded. This time, yes. Operating room, immediate re-entry. Amelia scrubbed in again. No mistakes now. Ethan took position. Focused. Calm. Procedure began. Step 1. Reopen. Step 2. Locate bleed. This time, Ethan found it faster. Here. Amelia moved instantly. Good. Step 3. Control. Clamp applied. Bleeding reduced. Ryan adjusted support. Pressure stabilizing. Step 4. Reinforcement. Clean repair. No delay. Post-op. Eleanor Voss, stabilized. Outside. Silence. Then, Amelia spoke. You saw it earlier. Ethan nodded. But I didn't act. Amelia replied. You noticed. That matters. Ryan added. And you fixed it. Ethan exhaled slowly. This wasn't perfect. But it was progress. Ding. System update. Early detection plus response sync improved. This time, the mistake didn't define him. The correction did. Chapter 32. The Pace That Breaks People. Orion General Hospital. Emergency wing, afternoon rush. 3 cases arrived within 20 minutes. Chaos. Movement. Pressure. Patient 1, Kevin Ross, 34, internal injury. Patient 2, Mirasol, 26, abdominal trauma. Patient 3, Alan Pierce, 50, rupture risk. Dr. Lila Vance took charge. All hands. Move. Ethan stepped forward. Assign me. Lila pointed. You take Kevin. Ryan takes Mira. Ethan moved to his station. Kevin Ross, unstable. Breathing shallow. Ethan worked fast. But controlled. Diagnosis. Internal bleeding, moderate. Prep for, Ethan said. Nurse Aaron nodded. Meanwhile, Ryan handled his case faster. More aggressive. Lucas whispered to Ethan, he's ahead again. Ethan didn't look. I'm not racing. Or setup. Ethan worked alone for the first time. No Amelia beside him. Just guidance. Procedure began. Step 1. Controlled entry. Step 2. Identify bleed. He paused. Briefly. Then acted. No hesitation this time. Step 3. Repair. Clean. Steady. Post-op. Kevin Ross, stable. Across the hall. Ryan exited his, Finished, he said. Ethan nodded. Same. They looked at each other. Not rivals in that moment. Just surgeons. Lila approached. You both handled it well. Then added. Different styles, same result. Ding. System update. Independent operation confidence increased. Ethan walked back slowly. This wasn't about speed. Not anymore. It was about consistency. And today, he held it. Chapter 33. The line between good and better. Surgical training hall, evening. The room was filled with quiet tension. Not pressure, but focus. Amelia stood in front of them. You're both improving, she said, looking at Ethan and Ryan. But improvement isn't enough anymore. Lucas whispered, that doesn't sound good. Amelia continued. You've reached the point where small differences matter. She turned to Ethan. You're stable. Then to Ryan. You're fast. She paused. Neither is complete. New training session began. Advanced simulation. Ethan focused. He didn't rush. Didn't hold back. Balanced movement. Ryan. Still faster. But slightly cleaner now. They were both changing. Midway, Amelia stopped them. Switch styles. Ryan slowed down. Ethan sped up. Both struggled. Ethan's hands moved faster. But control dropped slightly. Ryan slowed. But lost rhythm. They looked at each other. Realization. Amelia spoke. That's your weakness. Ethan exhaled. Still not there yet. Ryan nodded. Not even close. Amelia gave a rare small smile. Good. That means you still have room. Ding. System update. Skill gap identified. Adaptive pacing under pressure. Ethan sat down after training. Tired, but clear-headed. For the first time, he understood something deeper. Being good was easy. Being better was complicated. And that line between them was where he stood now. Chapter 34. The case that didn't go perfect. Orion General Hospital. Operating room 2, early morning. The case file felt heavier than usual. Patient, Samuel Carter. Age, 55. Condition, severe intestinal obstruction with infection risk. Ethan stood at the prep table, reading the scan again. Ryan walked in. You've been staring at that for 5 minutes. Ethan replied. Something feels unclear. Ryan smirked. Then figure it out inside. Amelia entered. We begin in 2 minutes. Ethan nodded. Understood. Procedure began. Step 1, incision. Step 2, exposure. At first, everything matched expectations. Step 3, obstruction identification. Ethan leaned in. There's more swelling than expected. Amelia adjusted angle. Continue. The complication appeared suddenly. Unexpected infection spread. Wider than skin showed. Ethan reacted, but not fast enough. Again, that tiny delay. Ryan stepped in quickly. Shift here. Amelia stabilized. Control first. Then proceed. They regained control. But the flow was disrupted. Procedure completed. Patient stabilized. But recovery risk increased. Outside. Silence. Ethan spoke first. I should have seen it earlier. Amelia replied calmly. You saw it. Ethan shook his head. Too late. Ryan looked at him. That wasn't just you. Ethan replied. I still slowed it. Amelia stepped closer. You didn't fail the surgery. She paused. But you didn't lead it either. That line stayed. Ding. System update. Performance review. Mid-level execution under unexpected change. New focus. Adaptive response speed. Ethan didn't feel frustrated. He felt aware. This wasn't a mistake anymore. It was a pattern. And patterns could be broken. Chapter 35. Pressure builds quietly. Hospital cafeteria, afternoon. Lucas dropped his tray beside Ethan. You've been quiet. Ethan nodded. Thinking. Lucas leaned back. About the case? Ethan didn't deny it. Ryan joined them. No one expects perfection, he said. Ethan replied. That's not the point. Ryan raised an eyebrow. Then what is? Ethan answered. I'm close to getting it right, but not fully there. Lucas sighed. That sounds exhausting. Ethan gave a small smile. It is. Later, surgical lab. Ethan stood alone again. Simulation active. Ding. Adaptive task activated. Scenario. Unexpected complication mid-procedure. He started. First run. Late reaction. Second run. Better. Still not enough. Third run. Balanced. Faster. Amelia watched from behind. You're forcing improvement again. Ethan turned slightly, trying to break the delay. Amelia crossed her arms. You don't break it by forcing speed. He paused. Then how? She replied. By trusting your first correct instinct. Ethan thought about that. Restarted simulation. This time, he didn't second guess. Reaction. Immediate. Flow. Natural. Ding. Progress. Significant. Ethan exhaled. That felt different. Amelia nodded. Because you stopped doubting yourself. He smiled faintly. Yeah, I think I did. Ding. System update. Instinct response improved. For the first time, the improvement felt internal. Not forced. Not mechanical. Real. Chapter 36. The first true recognition. Orion General Hospital. Conference room. Evening. A weekly review meeting. Doctors gathered. Data displayed. Dr. Victor Hale stood at the front. Recent performance updates. Names appeared. Metrics. Results. Ethan's name. Not at the top, but rising. Consistent. Ryan slightly ahead in speed metrics. Ethan stronger in stability. Victor spoke. Both show strong potential. Amelia added. They're improving differently. Lucas whispered. You're not number one. Ethan smiled slightly. I wasn't trying to be. After meeting, Ryan walked beside him. You're getting closer. Ethan replied. So are you. Ryan smirked. This is going to take a while. Ethan nodded. Good. Later, emergency call. Code Orange. Patient, Daniel Brooks. Age, 40. Condition, sudden internal rupture. Ethan moved immediately. No hesitation. No overthinking. Or setup. Amelia, you lead assist. Ethan nodded. Got it. Procedure began. Fast. Critical. Complication appeared. Sudden pressure drop. This time, Ethan didn't wait. Clamp now. Amelia moved instantly. Ryan adjusted support. Flow maintained. Stabilization achieved. Post-op. Daniel Brooks, stable. Outside. Amelia looked at Ethan. You didn't hesitate. Ethan nodded. Didn't feel like I needed to. Ryan smiled slightly. Now that was clean. Amelia gave a small nod. Better. Ding. System update. Adaptive response, stable. For the first time, the improvement wasn't small. It was visible. To others. And to himself. Ethan stood there quietly. Not at the top. Not yet. But no longer uncertain. And that was the real turning point. Chapter 37. The Case No One Wanted. Orion General Hospital. Surgical Assignment Board, morning. The board updated quietly, but the effect wasn't quiet at all. A name appeared. Then the case. And for a moment, no one spoke. Patient, Gregory Hale. Age, 67. Condition, multi-organ complication with high surgical risk. Lucas leaned in. That's not a normal case. Ryan narrowed his eyes. High failure rate. Ethan read the file slowly. Multiple complications. Unstable condition. High uncertainty. Amelia stepped forward. This is not routine. She looked around. Then, Walker, Ryan, you're assisting. Silence. Then Lucas muttered. Of course. Pre-op room. Ethan studied the scans. Ryan stood beside him. Still thinking. Ethan nodded. Too many variables. Ryan replied. Then focus on the ones that matter. Operating room 1. Nurse Kira. Vitals unstable. Dr. Helena cross-joint. ICU support ready. This wasn't just surgery. This was multi-department coordination. Procedure began. Step 1, controlled entry. Step 2, damage assessment. Ethan leaned forward. Multiple areas affected, not just one. Amelia nodded. Exactly. Ryan suggested. Focus on primary damage first. Ethan added. But secondary could destabilize later. Amelia paused. Then said. We manage both, carefully. The surgery progressed slowly. No rushing. No shortcuts. At one point, vitals dropped suddenly. Helena. Pressure falling. Ethan reacted instantly. Stabilize fluid input, now. Ryan adjusted support. Amelia moved quickly. Control regained. Step 4, critical repair. Clean. Careful. Step 5, closure. Long. Precise. Post-op. Gregory Hale, stabilized, critical, but controlled. Outside. Everyone was quiet. Lucas exhaled. That felt like forever. Ryan looked at Ethan. You kept your head. Ethan replied. So did you. Amelia stepped forward. That was not easy. She looked at both of them. You handled it. Ding. System update. High-risk case handling progress. Ethan didn't feel proud. He felt focused. Because this level was different. And he had just stepped into it. Chapter 38. The Difference in Thinking. Surgical Planning Room, afternoon. The Gregory Hale case was being reviewed. Multiple doctors present. Radiology. ICU. Surgery. Dr. Nolan Pierce displayed the scan. We could have taken a faster route here, he said. Ryan nodded. Agreed. Ethan looked again. I don't think that would have held. Nolan turned. Why? Ethan pointed. This section, too unstable. Helena added. If that failed, we lose pressure control. Ryan crossed his arms. Still slower, though. Ethan replied. But safer. Amelia spoke. Both are correct. Silence. She continued. Fast approach works, if conditions hold. Then, Walker's approach works, if they don't. Ryan smirked slightly. So he plays safe. Ethan shook his head. I play what fits the situation. A pause. Then Ryan smiled. Fair enough. Later, training hall. Ryan stood beside Ethan. You're changing your approach. Ethan replied, I'm refining it. Ryan nodded. Good. Makes this more interesting. Ding. System update. Decision adaptability increased. Ethan realized something. This wasn't about choosing one style. It was about knowing when to switch. And that was harder than everything before. Chapter 39, the first partial lead. Operating room 4, evening. Patient, Lila Monroe. Age, 38. Condition, internal vascular complication. Amelia stood at the table. Walker, you'll handle first phase. Ethan looked up slightly. Understood. Ryan raised an eyebrow. That's new. Procedure began. Step 1, incision. Ethan performed. Steady. Clean. Step 2, exposure. Controlled movement. No hesitation. Amelia observed silently. No interruption. Step 3, identification. Ethan paused briefly, then acted. Vessel damage here. Amelia nodded. Continue. Ryan watched carefully. No comments. Step 4, stabilization. Ethan handled it smoothly. Not fast, but precise. After that, Amelia stepped in. I'll take over. Procedure completed successfully. Post-op. Lila Monroe, stable. Outside. Lucas ran up. You led the first part? Ethan nodded. Partially. Lucas laughed. That's huge. Ryan stepped closer. You didn't hesitate. Ethan replied, didn't need to. Ryan smiled slightly. Good. Amelia approached. You handled it well. Ethan nodded. Felt different. She said, that's because you're starting to trust yourself. Ding. System update. Partial leadership unlocked. Ethan stood there quietly. Not at the top. Not even close. But now, he wasn't just following anymore. He was starting to lead. And that changed everything. Chapter 40. The decision that couldn't wait. Orion General Hospital. Emergency surgical wing, night shift. The hospital felt different at night. Less crowded, but more dangerous. Because when emergencies came, they came without warning. Code red. Emergency incoming. Nurse Kira's voice echoed through the corridor. Ethan was already moving. No hesitation. No delay. Patient, Victor Wren. Age, 46. Condition, severe abdominal rupture, industrial accident. Dr. Lila Vance met him halfway. Vitals unstable. We don't have time for full prep. Ethan nodded. We go immediate. Lila gave him a quick look. You're calling that? Ethan replied. We'll lose time otherwise. She smirked slightly. Good. Move. Operating room 3. Amelia wasn't there yet. Ryan walked in from the opposite side. Looks bad. Ethan nodded. Yeah. Ryan glanced at him. You starting? That question carried weight. For a brief second, Ethan felt it. Responsibility. Pressure. Then he said, we don't wait. Procedure began. Step 1, emergency incision. Ethan led. Hands steady. Mind clear. Step 2, exposure. Blood filled the field quickly. Ryan moved beside him. I'll support. Ethan nodded. Keep it clear. Step 3, identify rupture. Ethan focused deeply. No second guessing. There, he said. Lower region, major vessel damage. Ryan checked. Yeah, that's it. Step 4, stabilization. Ethan moved first. Clamp. Pressure. Control. Amelia entered mid-procedure. She stopped. Just for a second. Watching. Then stepped in. Continue. Ethan didn't stop. Didn't step back. Step 5, reinforcement. Clean. Fast. Controlled. Ryan adjusted support smoothly. No clash. No competition. Just execution. Step 6, closure. Amelia completed final stage. Post-op. Victor run. Stabilized, critical but controlled. Outside or. Silence for a moment. Then, Lila spoke first. You made that call early. Ethan nodded. We didn't have time. Ryan looked at him. You didn't hesitate. Ethan replied. I didn't think I should. Amelia stepped closer. Her eyes stayed on Ethan. You started the procedure. Ethan nodded. Yes. A pause. Then she said, good judgment. Not praise, but recognition. Ding. System update. Independent decision threshold reached. New capability. Emergency lead initiation limited. Ethan stood quietly. This wasn't a full lead. Not yet. But this time, he didn't wait for someone else to act. He decided. And it worked. Ryan walked past him. Next time, I might start first. Ethan smiled slightly. Then I'll have to be faster. Ryan smirked. Now that sounds like competition. For the first time, the rivalry felt real. Not about proving something, but about pushing each other forward. Ethan looked at his hands. Still steady. Still controlled. But now, carrying more responsibility than before. And this time, he didn't feel unsure. He felt ready.